Good afternoon. I'm Cookeville Mayor Ricky Shelton.
And I'm Putnam County Mayor Randy Porter. Before we get started with our update, please keep our sister counties Hamilton, Bradley, and McMinn in your prayers as they work through the tornado damage they sustained from last night. At least 20 people have been hospitalized and more than 150 structures have been damaged or destroyed. Our fire department went down early this morning to assist them. They prayed for us. Now it's our turn. We're Cookeville strong and Putnam County strong, but we're also Tennessee strong, Mayor.
That's right.
They're in our prayers, and
they actually sent folks here to help us as well. So
they did.
We
so
certainly know what they're going through.
We're returning the favor, and you're in our prayers. This is our COVID-19 coronavirus community update for Monday, April the 13th. Today, as of 2 p.m., our total number of confirmed positives in Putnam County is 87, which is the same as yesterday. Last Thursday, we were at 81, knowing there were a few more of the Signature Healthcare cases to be entered. We're being told that all the Signature Healthcare cases have been now entered. With that being the case, we are seeing very few new positives other than the Signature ones that were added over the weekend. Of course, that could change at any time, but overall, this is good news. I don't want us to get too optimistic, but it appears what we have been doing is working. Now is not the time, however, to let your guard down. That day is coming, but for now we must keep doing what we are doing to fight this dreaded disease. In talking with the health department today, the number of people coming to be tested has decreased considerably. Over the 3-day Easter weekend, they only tested 41 people, which is the lowest number of people since the testing began. Today, testing was also slow, according to the health department officials. The drive-through testing clinic at our health department on County Services Drive is still in operation. The schedule this week is Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. If you want to be tested, just drive by. They are testing anyone that wants to be tested. The other counties in the Upper Cumberland that have confirmed positives are Cannon with 7, Clay with 4, Cumberland County has 43, DeKalb has 10, Fentress County has 2, Jackson County has 7, Macon County has 26, Overton County has 5, Smith County has 10, Warren County has 4, and White County has 4. Again, Putnam County has 87 confirmed cases, which is the same number as yesterday. Remember, we can only report the actual confirmed cases that we have that's been verified by the state health department. We will continue to be as transparent with you as possible, but we can only give you the data we are given. The National Guard has been assisting with the testing over at the health department, and I want to say how much we appreciate these men and women and the service that they are providing to Putnam County.
That's right. For the past few weeks, we've said to please listen, follow the directives, take personal responsibility, and heed the guidance from experts and do your part to stop the spread. Use common sense so that you can protect one another, stay home and save lives, do your part and stay apart. However, it doesn't matter what anyone is telling us to do or not to do. The people of Cookeville and Putnam County are incredible, and we come together to collectively do the right thing and take care of each other. So let's keep encouraging one another so we can get through this as quickly as possible. A few reminders about things in our city. Cane Creek Park is open 7 to 7. The main entrance drive and the in gates are closed. You have to park at Cane Creek Rec Center, which is closed, to walk in. If you're a senior citizen or know one, you can register for a daily check-in call by our police department at bettercookeville.com. Click COVID, and there's a link to the city service. The governor's mandated stay-at-home directive has now just been extended through May 1st. Just a matter within about an hour ago, he actually did that. So again, all those that were affected by that before, everything still remains in place now through May 1st. If you do go out to get groceries, don't take your kids unless there's absolutely no other option. One person in the house go instead of the family, one person, one cart. Obviously, you can still use delivery services, curbside pickup, and online shopping. Again, you don't need papers to travel, and there's not a curfew. Essential business list only lists the businesses that can be open. It does not say who can be in those businesses or what can be purchased there. It's up to those businesses to be socially responsible to manage that. The police department will not be doing that. The police are not going to randomly pull you over for being out unless, of course, you did something else that warrants a pullover. Now, update about Cookeville Regional Medical Center. They still have 5 inpatients and 3 employees who are quarantined at home with COVID. They announced last week, perhaps you've seen, it was that 400 employees were furloughed. So just to give some context around that, CEO Paul Korth had shared this. They've had an overall decline of more than 50%, one half in patient volume in the past month. In some inpatient and outpatient areas, they have no patient volume. Some real-life examples at CRMC to help put the current situation into perspective. They are projected to lose at least $15 million in net revenue in these 2 months, $4 million in March and $11 million projected in April. The cost of PPE, which is the personal protective equipment that everyone has heard so much about, has gone up more than 13 times in the past month. Previously, the cost of PPE was about $2 per employee per entry to an isolated patient room. That cost is now over $25 per employee each time they enter a room. N95 masks previously cost 61 cents and are now as much as $7 each. Isolation gowns have increased from 36 cents each up to $8.50. Surgical masks have gone from 4 cents each up to $1.50. Usage has also increased dramatically. March, they used 9 times more N95 masks and almost 3 times more isolation gowns and surgical masks. April projected to use 14 times more N95s and more than 5 times more gowns and surgical masks than normal. They have not hesitated in spending the high price for the PPE so that the providers and staff can provide safe and effective patient care. Providers and staff are the most valuable resource at the medical center. The following steps will be their order of returning back to normal operations. Please understand that they do not have a set time frame for implementing each of these steps, and don't expect that they will occur at the same time. It may take several months of normal operations to reinstate some things, such as bringing furloughed employees back to work and reinstating hours for employees who took a reduction in hours. All that just was shared just to get some perspective around patient volume there. The census is usually 240, 250 patients, and now it's at about 130 or less, again, in preparation for anything that may come, but a lot because there's no elective procedures happening. So just wanted to provide that clarity from CEO Paul Korth to give some perspective. It's shocking the numbers that they're having to pay for this equipment now that must be utilized each and every time they go in a room.
It's unbelievable at the increase in the cost of
Absolutely.
not only the hospital but all of our healthcare providers.
That's right. So now let's hear from Monterey Mayor Bill Wiggins.
Thank you, Mayor Shelton. Monterey on the Eastern Front, our lines are holding. We believe in science up there. We believe in complying with the recommendations of public health and what the scientists say. We have implemented procedures up there to close officially every city-owned or managed facility. Anything that would have the potential or in reality attracts a good number of people. We have a daunting task up there because we're about 2,900 people packed into 3 square miles. We are crisscrossed by 4 state routes and I-40. Daily, thousands of people pass through our town. Hundreds of them get off for one reason or the other. We have a workforce who hits exits 300 and 301 in other directions to go to work and be exposed to other environments and come back home. We're aware up there that we're just walking aerosol cans, and whenever we sneeze, we talk, or whatever we do, we have the potential of spreading this virus. Adding to our little population in the 3 square miles, we have Purdue, who works about 650 people, 2 shifts, Third shift, of course, is a little smaller. That's for maintenance and sanitation. And Cumberland Container has a sizable workforce. All these people work in close proximity. I can assure Putnam County that those two industries are working diligently to keep those people protected and do their part for the total effort. As far as I know, we're doing pretty well, although we do have 3 confirmed cases on the mountain. So we have been infiltrated, and the potential is still there for more. I urge Montereyans, please, please follow what you hear in the news in terms of self-protection and consider one another. Thanks, Randy.
Thank you, Mayor Wiggins. We appreciate you and appreciate the working relationship that we have with you and the town of Monterey. As Mayor Shelton talked about earlier, city closures, the county closures remain the same. If you'd like to check on any of the county offices and the format that they're using right now during the virus, go to putnamcountytn.gov. Also, our Putnam County Sheriff's Department is also offering the checkup on the senior citizens. If you're interested in that, you can go to their website or call 528-8484. I want to give you an update on our tornado cleanup progress. Currently, we're estimating we're somewhere between 65 and 70% cleaned up. I toured the area today, and it was amazing at how much the volunteers have been able to get done this weekend, Mayor Shelton. They got a lot of moved out to the right-of-way, and it's looking really good. And I think Cookeville's looking at about 90% cleaned up already.
Yes.
So, which the county had a lot more damage, but in a bigger area. But everyone is working so good together, and I want to thank all those volunteers that came out this weekend and helped to get the debris moved out to the right-of-way. Our company, Custom Tree Care, who is performing the cleanup, will be back on the job tomorrow on Tuesday. They went home for the Easter weekend to be able to spend some time with the family. They're hoping to finish the cleanup in the next 10 days or so. So it's very important for our property owners in the tornado damaged area or zone. We need you to get your debris out to the county right-of-way or the city right-of-way by the street this week. If for whatever reason you cannot get your debris moved out, please contact us. 646-INFO, that's 646-4636, and we will try to help you. We have volunteers that are looking to come out. If you'd like to volunteer for this, you can go to our website, putnamcountytn.gov/volunteer, or you can go by the Putnam County Fairgrounds from 9 a.m. to about 2 or 2:30 in the afternoon, and they will get you registered and get you out where you can volunteer. We've had lots of volunteers and contractors that are donating their time and equipment. We so much appreciate that. So if you know of a property owner, please help us get the word out that we need them to get their debris moved out to the right-of-way so that we can finish the cleanup as soon as possible. Remember, if you're having problems getting your debris moved out for whatever reason, please call us at 646-4636.
That's you.
We've got some questions.
Yeah.
We thought we'd answer a couple of them. I'm on the these. This is
You want to bounce this back and forth? Okay.
This is unrehearsed. So had the question about why are people not wearing gloves?
Well, the CDC recommends not to. They are saying to wear a cloth mask if you can, just not an N95 that the healthcare workers need.
We don't want to waste those for the healthcare workers. We want to save those. Got a lot of folks that are making masks.
Yes, a lot of the cloth masks, and those are good for what they're talking about, wearing them out in public and that kind of thing. Not good in a necessarily in a medical setting,
right?
But in the possible prevention, they said that would be a good thing.
We see a lot of people that are outgoing in businesses where there are lots of folks not wearing any masks. So you don't wear the gloves. They say not to, that can cause more problems, but they advise, the CDC does, for everyone to wear a mask.
That's right.
I know you've got a lot of calls on this, text messages, and I did too over the weekend. They're saying, why are businesses like Walmart and Lowe's still open? They were very crowded. In the governor's order, as we read it, they're essential business, right?
They are. They have products that can make them essential. Now, I know Walmart specifically and Sam's had instituted some policies about, the number of people going in at a certain time, how far to stand, and they've got places marked on the floor of where you stand while you're checking out. Lowe's did, I think, at one time, and now I understand maybe this weekend they didn't again. Here's the deal. Again, the police cannot police that. And so it's up to those businesses to be socially responsible. And so if you're a person that needs that business for your job, for an essential service that you're providing, and you need product there, if you feel unsafe in there, or if you don't think that that's a proper way that they're doing it, then either number one, don't shop there, or number two, tell the management of that store that you feel like they're not doing enough. That is how you change that. It's not up, the police aren't going to go there. They're not going to use a bullhorn in the parking lot to tell people to leave. That's just, we're not under martial law, and we're not in a police state. So we're not going to do that. But you certainly have the option of expressing your viewpoint, displeasure, or whatever you want to do about that.
Or go somewhere else.
Absolutely.
We have some other businesses that probably carry some of the same products that may not be as crowded. So there's a lot of personal responsibility comes with fighting this. You can only put down so many mandates or orders or all those kind of things.
You can't possibly cover every single nuance and every single variable, or what somebody will figure out how around something. So again, as we said for 2 or 3 weeks, common sense, personal responsibility have to come into play here. And if you don't feel comfortable, don't go there. Or tell the management that, hey, you need to do something about how many people are in this store.
So please use your own personal responsibility. Take responsibility for your actions. And if you don't feel comfortable doing something, then don't. Just because you drive by Lowe's or Walmart and see a large crowd doesn't mean you have to stop. You may have to. There may be a reason that you've got to have something, but wear a mask. Try to use the social distancing, and we encourage those businesses to do everything that they possibly can to make sure that they take care of our citizens that are shopping there.
Absolutely.
Mayor?
So, it's a fine line to walk of keeping the public safe and healthy, and our economy still, doing something reasonable, and we've got so many people out of work already, and so, again, the governor extended his deal today through May 1st, or through the April 30th.
Right.
Make a decision before May 1st about the graduated or some type of come back online, as they said, that they would be studying that over the next couple of weeks. So we'll certainly monitor that.
One other thing we probably ought to mention, Mayor, is about our school system and the meals that they're providing. Putnam County School System, they're down to Monday, Wednesday, and Friday now, and they're doing 2 meals. They're doing 2 days worth of meals at a time. So they're still delivering meals out into the county on their bus routes. They're also allowing you to come to most of the schools through the drive-through and pick those up. So if you have questions, go to the Putnam County School System's website and you can get all the details about that.
And Life Church is still providing for seniors, especially shut-ins. If you can't get out or don't feel safe or having a condition that would keep you from getting out, they're providing groceries. If you'll contact Life Church, and there's a list there, and they will make sure that they take care and get you on that and deliver something to you safely.
I know that's your home church. I'm sure they would love to have folks that would be willing to donate.
Absolutely.
And volunteer to take these out and stuff.
They would, and if you would like to help in that cause as well, you can certainly contact Life Church, and Pastor Bobby, and we'll make sure that gets into that fund. They've done really good. They've distributed over 600 people so far. A really, really great bag of groceries and things to get them through. So
good job, Life Church.
Absolutely. All right. So again, please continue to take this serious. Be supportive of one another. Wash your hands like everything you touch has the germ. Please observe the stay-at-home directive and stay away from people as much as possible with physical distancing. Make reasonable, educated, common-sense decisions, as we've been saying. Hopefully this will be over sooner than later. For the most up-to-date COVID-19 information, links, and resources, you can visit bettercookeville.com, and there's a link there. Continue to pray for our country and our healthcare workers and our small businesses and the employees that now haven't had a job in quite some time. So choose faith over fear. God bless.
In closing, also, as we continue to say day after day, Mayor, we live in such an incredible community. It's unbelievable. And I think for the biggest part, most people are working together.
They are. People are doing this thing. So we're not trying to continue. The things we're saying are for like probably 5% of the people. 95% are trying to do the right things, and that's all we're trying to reinforce daily is trying to get people to be on that page.
We want that 95% to be 100%.
Absolutely, and so we can get past this.
Get that smaller part, because the faster we work together and everybody come together, the faster that this is going to be over with. And so we need everybody to work together to fight this dread disease. I keep saying, and you do too, you know, God promises He'll never put more on us than we can bear. I know this seems bad with the tornado and the virus and everything we've had, but folks, we will get through this. And one of my favorite sayings is a wise old gentleman, and I'll tell you his name today was Dr. Bill Francis, and I heard him say this many, many times. He used to say, this too shall pass and better days are coming.
Yeah.
I truly believe that, and I hope you do too. Mayor Shelton and I will continue to do live updates to keep you informed. Our next update will not be until Wednesday, the 15th at 4 p.m. We won't be doing one on Tuesday unless something major should come up that we need to bring to you. So as we close, please continue to keep us and your community leaders in your prayers, along with our city, county, state, and country, and especially those folks that were hurt by the tornado last night down in south part of Tennessee and Hamilton County, Chattanooga, and those areas. You are definitely in our prayers. May God bless each one of you.
Thank you.